How's it going, everybody? This is Craig Bush Rocks. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to talk about Sega. They guess they've been talking about they're going to stick with physical media and stuff like that going forward. They're not going to abandon it. It's going to get kind of hard when PlayStation goes no disc unless PlayStation miraculously puts a disc console out with a PlayStation 6. It's going to be hard for Sega to support physical unless they're going to keep it on PS5. And same thing with Xbox. Hopefully Xbox keeps a disc drive on their Scarlet. No one's going to be able to afford the Xbox Scarlet, but they can do that and stuff like that. Their last saving grace is going to be the Nintendo Switch 2. Nintendo Switch 2. They got to get off that game key card bit of it. Sega does. If they want to support physical. Granted, it's a physical card, but most of their games are game key card. But I blame most of that on Nintendo too, because they don't have very many options for the game key card. I mean, when you look at the Switch, you can, they had game key, they had like digital type codes for the Switch and all that. But for the most part, your games are on a cart and you put it in there and you play it. For some reason, when they switched over to Switch 2, that didn't work out very well. So I blame that one on Nintendo, not Sega. Sega, if Sega wants to, they can go the full, card and put their games on it and stuff like that. Most of the games could probably fit on one of their cards. I'm looking at Metaphor here real quick. 41 gigabytes. They can actually fit one on the card. They just don't. I'm guessing the costs and all that for those cards and stuff like that, unless they want to charge $80 or $90 for the game for whatever, or $70, depending what the price is for the game and stuff and things like that. But Sega wants to support physical media and they don't want to abandon it. So that'd be cool. If they want to keep putting games on PS5, they can actually get away with that. Or keep it on the Series X, which they just price increase on that. Who's gonna buy a Series X now with the price increases and stuff? I don't know. And they want to know, they wonder why they're not doing so good. And when it's that expensive, it's not gonna do so good. PlayStation, the only reason why they're still selling like hot, they got a big install base because when they came out of the gate originally, they sold out like hotcakes. The PlayStation 5 did, and they slowly trickled the price increases. But even PlayStation probably sees a low sale and stuff like that. They're probably not selling as much. The Switch 2 is gonna outsell PlayStation and Xbox here eventually. It's just gonna overtake both those consoles. Period. Xbox, you might as well forget about it. But Switch 2 is just gonna keep going because they do support physical media. And granted, game key card, but we're talking about Sega supporting physical. The last console was the Dreamcast. I'm going to show a couple of games on the Dreamcast. If you're gonna watch one of my videos, I'm gonna show a few games. I got a nice stack of Dreamcast games. I didn't even intentionally think I was gonna get almost a full collection of it, but I'm only missing a handful of games for the Dreamcast. I think I would have the whole collection, but But Dreamcast, they had some games. They had games that just, I'm not sure if that wasn't market well or whatever. It just failed. It failed. And I wish Dreamcast would just get their heads out of the sand and come out with a console. We'll talk about that in a minute. But they got Space Channel 5. Woohoo! Heck yeah, they need to remake that one. They probably already did. I just don't have that copy. I didn't pull out any PS4 games. I pulled out the Dreamcast games and their latest console, the PS5 games. I don't have them all, but I got a few of them. But we got Space Channel 5. That was a pretty sweet game back in the day. I remember they're hyping this game. Oh yeah, we got Sega Bass Fishing. I paid $3.99 for it. It's probably more than that now. This price sticker is pretty old. But Sega Bass Fishing, I remember playing this one originally when it came out. I had to rebuy a lot of my Sega Dreamcast games. But yeah, bass fishing. They had a bass fishing game. They had some games. How about some Sega Rally Championship? That's nice. Ready to Rumble. That was a pretty fun game. I remember Ready to Rumble back in the day. Crazy Taxi. This ain't my day one edition. I traded that in a long time ago, but I rebought it. This is Sega All Star, so they had greatest hits on a Dreamcast. So Crazy Taxi. I remember playing Crazy Taxi when it first came out. I think I bought it day one when it did first come out, and I played the crap out of it. You know, they're still making Crazy Taxi games. They got another one coming out. Demolition Racer. I'm not sure where this one came from. I'm not sure who made this game. I just seen that one on there. I remember Destruction Derby. I just seen that one. Demolition Racer. They had some games on the Dreamcast. It just wasn't a huge library of thousands and thousands of games. Of course, you got your Sonic Adventure. Pretty sweet. I paid $6.99 for that one. Wow. Oh, demo discs. We don't get them no more. Oh, Sega Smash Pack Volume 1. Great 12 games. You know, the Dreamcast had internet. They did have internet. But check that out. Oh, I like that Smash Pack. I love demo discs. Yeah, I still collect demo discs when I find them. But Maximum Pool. I remember playing Maximum Pool back in the day. Oh, I had an original copy of this one. This is probably my original copy. This is probably one of the games I traded in back in the day, and I rebought it. But Maximum Pool, it's a pool game. Pretty sweet. This one I never played. I should fire up my Dreamcast and play this one. Ooga Booga. Ooga Booga. I know Jack Azilla over at Rookies. I bought a bunch of Dreamcast games off from him. So it kind of boosted up my collection. Oh, we got Sega Marine Fishing. I paid $2.99 for that. Yeah, remember, I bought these probably about 10 years ago. Probably when Disc Traders was just first coming around. Yeah, the prices weren't skyrocketed yet. So I'm not sure what these prices are now. We've got Time Stalkers. Heck yeah. Nice. But good old Time Stalkers. We got, what is it? Chucky Rocket. Online multiplayer game. That's what I mean. Dreamcast had online. They had it. Sonic Shuffle. Yep, good old Sonic games. They own a lot of franchise. They own Sonic. They own Virtual Fighter. I was gonna pull out my Virtual Fighter game. I forgot to grab it, but this one I was glad to rebuy when I found it. Because I wasn't gonna buy this one until I wanted the original box with everything in it. But Seaman, yeah, I kicked myself in the ass for trading mine in. But I was glad to find a nice original box with everything in it, all the instructions, the microphone, and everything else. But yeah. So yeah, the Dreamcast was an awesome system. I wish they never abandoned it, and I wish they would have just kept on going. But what did they come out with a PS5? I don't have everything that Sega did. I got my nice little collection. Metaphor, ReFantazio, Sega Atlas game. So Sega launched this game right here. Check that out. This game right here, if you have not played it, you got a PlayStation 5. Go buy this game and play it. It's an pretty wild. It's an RPG game. I'm trying to remember everything in the gameplay. It's been a while since I played it. I'm going to jump back on this one and play through it again. But holy cow, it's Metaphor. It's kind of like Persona, but not Persona. It's not in that Persona universe, but it kind of feels like that when you're running around as the characters. But pretty awesome. Metaphor. I didn't realize Sega launched this one. The Sega Amplitude, Aspire, but Humankind Heritage Edition. Where did I pick this one up from? I think I ordered this online during Christmas. But I was glad to get this one. I never really played too much of this. I think I had the downloaded version of this one. I bought the physical. I should play this one because if it's anything like Civilization and stuff like that, this is going to be pretty fun. But Humankind, that's a Sega game. Speaking of Persona, I only got one Persona game for PlayStation 5. Most of my Persona games are on PlayStation 4, but Persona 3 load, and I picked this up at Walmart for 20 bucks, or no, $15. It was a little cheaper, but might have been cheaper than that, to be honest with you. But pretty sweet. They own Persona, one of the biggest franchises, for Sega, pretty much on Persona, besides Sonic. Persona's huge. We got Sonic Frontiers. I think this was their attempt at open world, I believe. Frontiers. I played about 10 hours of this game. I put it down. I should get back on it and play some more of it. But still a pretty tight, game. I think this is the one that had like low review scores, but it did get an audience for it. Sonic Frontiers. We got Sonic Shadow Generations. Like I said, I don't have all the Sega games. My daughter's got a few of them that I don't have, but Sonic Shadow Generations, pretty cool. When I talk about they use the same assets for games and stuff like that to get games out pretty quick, they got another one coming out. And there's already one out right now. I don't even have. I got to go pick up. But Yakuza games. This is Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. They're going a little crazy with their franchise, getting goofy with it. I'm all for it. If Sega wants to do that, that's them. It's still a fun game. Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth. Same thing. It's a fun game. If you haven't had a chance to play it. And of course, Yakuza Like a Dragon. The reason I bring all this up, can you imagine if Sega came out with a system? It don't have to be no graphic powerhouse like PlayStation 5 or Xbox. They can go the same route as on Nintendo. They can stick with like a PS4 graphics machine. Granted, they might not get all the third-party support, but I'm pretty sure if they make it easy to optimize for it, they can. Studios will make games for it. It could be a PS5 equivalent machine. Just figure out the RAM situation. You don't need 40 gigabytes of RAM. You can see the PlayStation 6 like 40. You don't need all that RAM. You could be good with 32 gigs or even 16 gigs if you do it right, optimize right. Sega can go, like I said, they can go the Switch route if they want. They can make a hybrid system, but with cartridge based type stuff. You can imagine Sega going back to cartridge based, but Sega does not have to have a powerhouse system. They can do it. If Nintendo can do it, and games can be optimized for Nintendo, Sega can do it. They can stick with they can figure out a 1 terabyte GD, a Blu-ray ROM, or a disc or something like that to play the games if they want to stick with disc based. Discs are still cheap if you manufacture them. Or they can go they can go the cartridge route. I wish Sega would come out with a console. I really would love to see that. Or if Xbox sold their franchises because everything failed, can you imagine if Sega bought all the franchise that Xbox has, and Sega came out with a console, Dreamcast 2. So it was kind of like the reverse effect. It's like when Dreamcast 2 left and we got Xbox. Yeah, because we got Shenmue 2 on the Xbox originally, and if you think about that for a minute, that would be something. Xbox, Microsoft saying, well, Xbox didn't make enough money, sell off the franchises, so we can at least do something with them. Get the next Halo game on Dreamcast 2. Oh, yeah, that probably, I don't think that would ever. Well, that could happen if Sega ever came out with a console. They did put Halo on PlayStation 5, and I refuse to buy that game. I'm sorry, I'm not buying that Halo game. I will play it on Xbox where it's supposed to be played on. It was like, it's just strange that they remade that game, and the Master Chief Collection is sitting down there somewhere in my collection there. I can play that. I don't know. To me, I think that's still a better version of the game than the one they came out with. I don't care for Unreal Engine 5 because it's kind of glitchy. I heard the game's kind of glitchy, and they changed some storylines and stuff like that. So that's just something that Microsoft's problem that they're having right now. But Sega, if you watch my videos, come out with a console. I think a lot of people would go for it and buy it. Do it before 2027 of January. Like I said, they might be working on one. Who knows? Maybe right now they announced it. I didn't even see the news for it. Oh man, that would just be something. Ooh, Sega to be like, oh, by the way, we're taking Sonic back, we're taking Yakuza back, and we're gonna put everything exclusive on our new Sega console. Woo, man. Can you imagine that world? The Sega did something like that. But I'm proud that Sega wants to stick with a disc, well, physical. Um, Depending what physical is left over when everything's said and done, it's going to be pretty much Nintendo. So they want to stick with physical. Kudos on them. Just maybe Sony will change their mind and keep discs. Just remember, people, physical matters. They say that these discs are bad after 25 years. I'm sorry, but I did fire up my Dreamcast a couple weeks ago to test out most of my games, and they seem to be booting up just fine. Whatever. But hey, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give me a thumbs down. Comment down below. Have you seen that news that Sega is not going to abandon physical media? Let me know in the comments below what you think. Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell icon, and I'll check y'all in the next video. Bye. Like I say, Sega.